Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Mike from HelloSergeant.com, and this is going to be a deck tech, and then right after this is a daily event with mono red in modern. So to start out with this deck, we have a mana base of 20 basic mountains. So keeping it easy and very affordable for modern. This deck is one of the cheapest competitive decks you can get in modern right now, and one of the main reasons for that is the mana base is 20 basic mountains. It's pretty simple. One every 3 cards is a mountain, so that's good to know when we are predicting draws and that type of thing. Alright, so to start out with our 1-drops, we have Goblin Guide, which is one of the best cards in the deck. It's a 2/2 for 1 with haste, and when Goblin Guide attacks, defending player reveals the top card of his or library. If it's the land card, that player may put it into his or her hand. So basically, we give away land drops to our opponent, or maybe our opponent draws a land card, but we get to hit them for 2 on the first turn, and it's a threat they have to deal with. Then we have Spark Elemental, which is a 3/1 creature with trample and haste, but it only sticks around for 1 turn. We have to send it to our graveyard at our end step. We have 4 of those as well. We also have 4 Shard Volleys, which is sacrifice a land in addition to paying 1, and Shard Volley will deal 3 damage to target creature player. The vast majority of the time, all these cards are going at the face of our opponent. That is how this deck wins, is by dealing direct damage. Shard Volley, the sacrificing a land normally isn't that big of a deal, but it isn't usually a first turn play because of the drawback of sacking a land. We normally wait till the end game to play our Shard Volleys. Then we have Lightning Bolt. Gold Lightning Bolt deals 3 damage to target creature player for 1 mana. It's a great card. Lava Spike. It deals 3 damage to target player, so you can't hit creatures with it, but the 1 mana deals 3 to their face. Very good in this deck. And then at our 2-drops, we have Hellspark Elemental, which is similar to Spark Elemental, as in it's a 3/1 trample haste. But this guy has an Earth, so we can play him from our graveyard an additional time. So this card can do up to 6 damage, which is really good for us. We have Skullcrack, which is exactly like Lava Axe, except players can't gain life and damage can't be prevented. The damage can't be prevented isn't that relevant that often, but the players can't gain life is often relevant against Wormcoil engines and Scavenging Oozes and any type of deck that would have a life gain effect. And we have Searing Blaze. Searing Blaze is great against creature matchups, but not so great if we don't have a target. It'll deal 1 damage to target player and a target creature that player controls. And it also has Landfall, which just changes the numbers to 3. One cool little fact about this card that a lot of people don't seem to realize is that you target a player and the creature. So even if you cast a spell, declare your targets, and the creature's no longer there, the 3 damage will still apply to the player, which is very nice. We have Flames of the Firebrand, which deals 4 damage to a player. Damage can't be prevented, and if a player would gain life, they would gain no life instead. So it's like Skullcrack, except it deals 4, pretty much. Riftball in this deck, it's 3 mana for a sorcery that deals 3 damage to creature or player, but we can also suspend it for 1. So we pay the cost of 1 turn, and then during our next upkeep we get to cast a spell for free. So that's pretty nice. And then moving on into the sideboard, we have 4 Relic of Progenitus, just to hate on any graveyard-based strategies. They seem to work out pretty well. Any creature-based strategies, we want to bring in Searing Blood, which deals 2 damage to that creature, and if it dies, it deals 3 damage to their controller. any artifact-based strategies like Tron or Affinity. We want to bring in Smash the Smithereens, which deals damage to its controller as well as destroy an artifact. Deals 3 damage to the artifact's controller. And we have Combust, which would deal 5 damage to target white or blue creature. I like to bring these in against Splinter Twin, just so we can stop the combo and we don't necessarily die in turn 4. Because we have very few ways to interact with Deceiver Exarch. Pestermite, we have plenty of ways to kill, but Deceiver Exarch is a problem card. So that's pretty much the deck. We're going to try it in a daily and see how it goes. Alright, thanks for watching.